Hello everyone, today is day 43 of my 60 pounds in 90 days weight loss challenge, and today we're asking the question, is keto worth it? So I get these people that think that keto is an extreme diet and it's going to extreme measures to lose weight and you're changing your lifestyle. I would say that it is kind of extreme and it's got extreme benefits too. Keto is good for people with diabetes. Keto is good for people with epilepsy. Keto is good for people with autism. Keto is good with people with cancer, people with insulin resistance, people with high blood sugar, people with autoimmune disorders. It is an extreme diet and it's extremely beneficial. And the only reason it seems so extreme is because the food companies have filled our foods with carbohydrates. They've replaced all of the fat that used to add flavoring in our food with sugar and high fructose corn syrup. And they don't even call it high fructose corn syrup anymore. Now they call it glucose. And in parentheses, it says from corn. So they're really trying to hide the fact that they're filling our food with high fructose corn syrup, which I talked about in another video about how it has mercury in it and how it's literally poisoning us. It's in 80% of our foods, and a third of that has mercury in it. So it's really building up in our systems. And if you can't chelate those metals, it could lead to all sorts of problems down the road, as they've linked heavy metals poisoning with Alzheimer's and with adrenal fatigue. And I'm sure it probably is linked to a lot of other things that we don't even know about. So even just for health benefits, even if you don't have a lot of weight to lose, I honestly think that a keto diet can benefit almost everybody. Now, obviously, there's going to be some people that it just doesn't work for. People who are vegetarians can do keto, but it's going to be extremely difficult to get all the fat that you need because you're going to have to eat tons of avocado and coconut oil, and really, you'd probably just get tired of it. But for weight loss itself, I would say that keto is worth it. I mean, I've been able to lose a ton of weight, and I've never been successful with dieting in the past. So if you've had a lot of diets that you've tried and they haven't worked for you, if you stall a lot, if you get irritable in between meals, if you get super hungry and low energy in between meals, if you feel like you need to eat all the time just to stay awake, I'll tell you what, keto really could be the answer, because it sounds to me like you've got an insulin overproduction problem, which is due to insulin resistance. And then that insulin stays in your blood system and it just floats around, keeping you from being able to access the fat that's stored as energy in your body. So if you have any of these problems, I think keto could be right for you. And you really just have to learn how to eat on this new type of diet, right? And you don't have to do it constantly. I would say that once you hit your goal weight, you could transition to a paleo type slow carb diet and then just use occasional keto for health benefits and for weight maintenance. You don't have to do it 24/7, 365. Now, I do right now because I'm still trying to get to my goal weight. But after I get there, I'm going to add in more carbs, sweet potatoes, and more vegetables, things that are still the good types of carbohydrates, maybe some fruit. But I have to be careful because those things all cause you to gain weight if you've got any type of insulin resistance. Now, some people believe that if you do keto long enough, that you can actually reverse that insulin resistance, but I'm not convinced yet. I don't know. I think that maybe if you get in shape and then you can exercise more and burn off those carbs faster, that maybe you can kind of combat it that way. But really, I think I'm probably going to have to use keto for maintenance the rest of my life. So I've found enough foods over time that I enjoy that I can still do keto without having to feel like I'm doing completely without, right? Yeah, I still miss the carbs, but once I get to my goal weight, I don't have to be as careful about the nut flours and about the coconut flours. I'm going to start trying to make a zucchini flour, so I will actually be able to have more bread-like products, which I think will make the keto diet easier. It has in the past, but it can also stall you. So you see a bunch of these recipes out there that have all these nut flours and stuff in them, and people are using them and all willy-nilly. Guess what? I think they can stall you because you're still getting extra carbohydrates and you're still getting a lot of extra calories. And if you look at how calorically dense those nut flours are, those can totally stall you. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that you're going to gain weight, because I think it's a lot harder to put on fat when you're on a keto diet because insulin is the fat storing hormone. but you absolutely can get all of your energy from the calories that you're intaking. And then you're not going to be able to dip into any of your fat stores to use up those calories. So be careful with those. But overall, I would say if we're asking, is keto worth it? It's a resounding yes for me. I was 400 pounds, right? 395 to 400 pounds, somewhere in there. I didn't even have a scale that could weigh me. I actually was at the dump and got out of my pickup and stood on the scale just to see how much I weighed, because I don't have a scale at home that can weigh up to 400 pounds. So even at 400 pounds, that's still just an estimate. I could have been higher than that. I used to get winded just going up like 2 flights of stairs. I used to have to hold my breath to bend over and tie my shoes. Now I can ride roller coasters with my kid. I can run. I can go up and down the stairs. It's easy for me to put my shoes on and off. I mean, life is just better in general. I could get down on the floor and play with my kid. I could go outside and work for hours and still feel like I can do more stuff when I come inside. It's absolutely worth it. I mean, this is life changing. So if you have had failures with diets in the past, it's probably not your fault. It's a hormonal issue. So switch to keto, come along with me, let me know your results. Heck, if you can meet your goals, let's do an interview and post it on my channel so that it can help other people too. So it's worth it, guys. You need to try it. At least try it before you discount it. So thanks a lot. I'm going to put my weigh in for the day right now. Like and subscribe my channel so you can see my continued progress and get weight loss and health questions answered, because I'm super interested in it now. I've decided to basically make a career out of taking care of myself in the future so that I can be around long term for my family and enjoy my life more instead of being depressed, about the fact that I can't do anything. And so like and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. 263.8.